Welcome back. This is a pause here on Joy News. And of course, let me take you to Bawku because there's some disturbances there. An emergency Security Council meeting is underway in Bawku in the Upper East region following the resurgence of violence that has reportedly left at least 15 people dead. Security presence has been intensified, but what measures are needed for a lasting solution to the unrest? Let's get an update from our correspondent, Albert Sorry, who is monitoring the meeting. Albert, you're welcome. So I'm just reading on our WhatsApp platform that 4 more people have died. Is it part of the 15 or this is new discovery? And if you can unmute for me, Albert.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, Albert, I can hear you. So I was asking, I'm just reading that 4 more people have died, and I'm asking whether it's part of the 15 already reported or these are new recoveries.
Yes, so this is just, these 4 are part of the number that has already been accounted for. We know about 8 who died on the highway. The 15 seems to be a total number of other people who have died in the course of the resurgence of this attack. But the 4 that I was just talking about has to do with the fact that these were innocent civilians who were killed. They do not have any connection to the conflict whatsoever. Our understanding is that they were accompanying a Zongo chief from Ablekuma in Accra to attend a festival which was supposed to take place in Congo this weekend, when they were ambushed, ostensibly because the assailants thought that they were coming into Bawku to support one of the factions. It turned out that these people whose bus was fired at didn't have anybody of Kusasi or even Mampusi descent at all in the bus. Our understanding is that they were people who actually hailed from down south of the country, who were only accompanying this chief who was coming to Bongo to attend a festival which was supposed to take place on Saturday. Just before I joined you, I was talking to the paramount chief of Bongo, and he has confirmed this. In fact, he has told us that he has had to indefinitely cancel the festival because of this incident. So that was just by way of update. And one of the things Bongo chief was saying was that these are some of the effects of this conflict, which doesn't seem to go away, because it has gotten to the point where not only the people who are directly involved are getting killed, but people who have nothing at all to do with the conflict are losing their lives. And one thing he raised, which is worthy of note, is the fact that he was asking the people of Bawku to look at it and get to understand how the families of these people who have lost their lives innocently would be feeling, and how they would see us as a people when things like this happen.
Right.
And it's one of the present things that have come out of this recent.
And the Security Council, what are they doing about it? Is there any new measures in place?
Yes, so we know that there is security presence on the ground. Our efforts to talk to the Regional Security Council have not yet been successful, because I keep checking with the Regional Minister's PR, and he says that since morning, the minister has been having a series of meetings with different groups of people. It is still even not clear to us whether that Regional Security Council meeting has been held or it is going to be held at another time. But we haven't been able to talk to the regional minister nor any of the district chief executives who are on the Regional Security Council, or even the police. So we do not know what the measures are, at least officially. We have not heard from them.
So clearly, the folks there are living in fear, not knowing what will happen in the next minute or so.
Exactly. So as we speak, Bawku town is almost deserted. Everyone is staying indoors. One of the things, as you see on the screen, the video of the Bawku Municipal Assembly,
Right.
It's one of the things that the residents woke up to this morning when some unknown people, we are told, locked up the Bawku Municipal Assembly. And so the workers have not come to work. Obviously, because of the security situation, a lot of people are staying indoors. And so there hasn't been normal everyday activity whatsoever. But the Municipal Assembly has been locked up with all some inscriptions, notices which were written in red ink, pasted on the gate of the Municipal Assembly, and also advantage areas on the walls and even on the notice board, indicating that whoever these people are want the new chief, Sedio Abagre, arrested. Otherwise, in one of the notices, they said the next thing they will do is fire. We don't know whether that means they are trying to say they are coming to burn the building or it's a different sort of threat. But this is one of the things that have come up today. And a lot of the natives, the citizens of Bawku are staying indoors. There's little to no activity on the streets.
But finally, before you go, what about movement in and out of Bawku, especially for commercial vehicles that obviously have nothing to do with the conflict? Are they going about their business, or for now there's some kind of a halt in that?
Obviously, because of the happenings of yesterday, in fact, somebody circulated a very strong WhatsApp message indicating how he witnessed them pull out people from a bus that he or she was traveling in. They pulled the people out and lynched them. And so, as far as travel is concerned, many people would not even be attempting to travel into or out of Bawku. And as I said, the whole town is almost a ghost town. There's very little activity. So even movement of vehicles, you rarely see it. And so as far as travel is concerned, I would say that there is nothing of that sort. One of the issues we have is people who may be traveling from Bolga to Accra, because Bolga to Accra, Bolga to Tamale, or Bolga to Kumasi, that stretch is where the attacks happened yesterday. But we are told that security presence is there now. In fact, the police issued a statement this month, jointly with the Ghana Armed Forces, and they indicated that they are patrolling that highway now, and they are assuring people that it's secure. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to use the stretch, so I can't tell, but this is the assurance that has been coming from the city.
All right, Albert, thank you so much, and stay safe. Albert Sorry is our Upper East regional correspondent, and he's just giving us an update from Bawku, where 15 people have lost their lives as a result of the renewed clashes between the two feuding factions in the chieftaincy crisis. Now, away from conflict, let's talk about power. Now, if you have been experiencing intermittent power outages, I have a reason for you. Now, brace for even more power outages, as the Ghana Grid Company confirms the current outages in some parts of the country is due to their inability to supply ECG with the power needed to supply consumers. Now, there's been some erratic power supply to parts of the country, with the minority and some analysts warning doom so may be returning. Gridco says this challenge is simply because there is no gas to power the thermal plants. Jifa Bampo is a corporate communications manager at Gridco.
So currently, Gridco, as far as we are aware, as the transmission entity and as the entity that manages the national grid, we are aware of some commercial challenges with supply in reference to gas. When we say commercial challenges, it means there are agreements, payments, negotiations that need to be done with the gas suppliers. So really, that has nothing to do with that. But the challenge is once there is a drop in supply as a result of those bottlenecks, it affects generation capacity, and then ultimately it affects transmission as well. So for us, we are unable to provide the full quantum of power supply that ECG would need for demand in country. And that's just because there are these commercial issues related to the gas parties and government. Those need to be addressed. Then if we get the full quantum of gas supply as we normally do, then we can address mission issues. Usually what would happen is if Sunon Asogi was operating because they would have received a supply of gas. However, if have chosen not to operate, as I understand is their decision. That would have gone to them would just be reallocated to other suppliers who use gas for their thermal plants. So it doesn't really have anything to do with the recent outages. The current outages we've all experienced, including myself, is really just because we don't have the full quantum of gas supply, indigenous gas supply in Ghana, to meet our demand needs. And that is the reason why we are seeing these challenges. As soon as government is able to address the cultural issues with the gas producers and suppliers, then we should be okay. That is for in-country. So this has nothing to do with gas as well. It's about our suppliers in country and their negotiations and requirements from government. That has nothing to do with Great Coal.
Well, the ranking member on the Mines and Energy Committee of Parliament, John Jinapor, says that government is simply struggling to raise the needed funds to procure gas. The reason why we are experiencing doom so.
Well, our checks, incontrovertible, confirms that Gridco has been shedding load over the past 1 week, and that is going to get worse from today. There are two main reasons, and like Gridco put it, the first challenge is the issue of fuel. Because consumption is increased, the gas that we bequeath to this government is unable to meet the gas supply needs. And so government has been procuring light crude oil at a cost of about $40 million every month. But because of the current financial situation, government is unable to support the power sector players to procure light crude oil. And so as we speak, there is shortage of light crude oil. So even when the plants are available, because of inadequate fuel, they are unable to generate enough power to meet domestic needs. Two is that Asogole has also decided to shut down its plants, more than 500 megawatts. And so that creates a huge shortfall. And so the combined effect of these two unfortunate situation has led to a significant reduction in the supply of power.
All right, that's how we end it. But the good news also this afternoon is that Ghana's Foreign Minister, Sheria Bawku, is back in the country after being elected as the Secretary General of the Commonwealth Organization. And that's a plus for the country. For more stories, log on to our website, myjoyonline.com. Stories on myjoyonline.com. Speaker Alban Babin rejects Supreme Court writ on vacant seats ruling and returns the document to Parliament. The Electoral Commission has also been explaining something that you need to pay attention to, plus other compelling stories on myjoyonline.com. Well, that's our show for today. Whatever you are up to in the hours ahead, I hope it's profitable. My name is Elton Bobe. Have a good evening and take care. See you tomorrow, same time here on the program.